March! I'm back again with the Wheel of TBR. My goal is to take a big bite out of my TBR, that is my to-be-read list, and read 100 books in 2023. At the start of this year, I had 167 titles on my TBR list, and these are all printed books that I have purchased. I've read 23 books since January 1st, bringing my total down to 144 titles. As I've mentioned before, my word of the year is fun, and I'm trying to have more fun with my videos. It's March, and we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, and though I am not Irish, obviously, I thought I would wear some fun colors to go along with the holiday. I'm wearing green for clovers. We've got my rainbow bookshelves. And what's at the end of a rainbow? A pot of gold coins. This is probably one of my favorite nail polishes. I'm feeling lucky about reaching my goal of reading at least 100 books, and I've got a secret weapon helping me out. It's the Life Editor Reading Challenge. The Life Editor Reading Challenge has 30 fun prompts that correspond with my 5-step life editing process. Now, I've already blocked off the prompts that I did for January and February. As you can see, I'm getting a lot done, but I still haven't read anything for step 4, rearrange everything. Click the link below to download this free printable worksheet so you can work on your reading goals right along with me. It's one of dozens of resources in my free library, the Editor's Toolkit. I took the 30 prompts from the Life Editor Reading Challenge and I wrote them on these paper circles. I shuffled them and randomly chose 10 prompts and added them to the Wheel of TBR. I'll give it a spin and then I'll find a book in my TBR that matches the prompt. I'll choose 5 books from the Life Editor Reading Challenge each month, plus another few books that I personally want to read next. That will keep me on track with reading 8 to 10 books every month. With 23 books read in 2023, I'm already 1/4 of the way to my goal. Leave a comment and let me know which month do you think I'll reach 100 books read, and which month will I complete my entire TBR. Ready to see what I'll be reading in March? Let's give the Wheel of TBR a spin. The first prompt is planners or planning. I love planners, and I'm always looking for ways that I can use my planners more effectively to get stuff done. And I know I've got a few books about planners in my TBR. Just so you know, I'm adding new prompts as we go through them. Time for prompt number 2. Read a book about a vacation. I'm going to leave this kind of vague for what vacation means, but it could be like a family going on vacation or someone getting away or even how to plan a vacation. All right, prompt number 3. A book about self-care. In terms of topics that I have the most books on, it's probably productivity followed closely by self-care. All right, number 4. Ooh. A book about some kind of transformation. This could be the author transforming her life, or maybe a step-by-step plan for transforming my life. And the 5th and final prompt. New. And I do say on the Life Editor Reading Challenge worksheet that this is a book that has the word new in the title. So I can't go buy new books. That would defeat the purpose of the challenge. Okay, let's recap the 5 prompts from the Life Editor Reading Challenge. They are planners or planning, vacation, self-care, transformation, and new. Now that I've got my 5 prompts, I'm going to dig through my TBR, make my selections, and I'll be right back to share the titles with you. Hey there! If you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Sage Grayson, and I'm a former book editor turned life and business coach. I'm a life editor, and so are you. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of my videos to help you get stuff done while still having fun. Here are the 5 books I'm reading from my TBR for the Life Editor Reading Challenge. For the prompt Planners or Planning, I'm reading The Planner Book by Jean Sagendorf. This is kind of a no-brainer pick. There's all kinds of ideas for spicing up your planner. Inside, you'll find more than 20 projects and ideas, including how to make custom washi tape, how to create a planner using vintage books, printable planner insert templates, craft bookmarks from buttons, jewelry, and ribbons, a beginner's guide to bullet journaling, and tips and tricks for making practical, beautiful planner spreads. Let me know if you want me to try out ideas from this book and then share them in the YouTube community tab. The next prompt was vacation, and I'm reading Juliet's School of Possibilities by Laura Vanderkam. Laura Vanderkam is one of my favorite authors, and I have read this book before for my Life Editor Academy. But when the prompt said vacation, I couldn't resist. It's about a woman whose life is falling apart, her relationship, her work, everything. Then she's forced on a mandatory work retreat vacation where she realizes that maybe her priorities are out of whack. It is a great short little book, and I highly recommend it. The next prompt was transformation, and I'm reading Help Me by Marianne Power. This book is very similar to the book I read last month, How to Be Fine. It's about one woman trying various self-help books and seeing if they transform her life. This book tackles some of the same books that were mentioned in How to Be Fine, plus some new ones. I'm very interested to see which books helped her and which ones didn't, and if she got different results from How to Be Fine. The next prompt was self-care, and I'm reading The Extremely Busy Woman's Guide to Self-Care by Suzanne Falter. This book was one of the books assigned to my Life Editor Academy a few years ago, but as you can see, I only got about halfway through. So I'm going to finish it and get more ideas for implementing self-care in my life. Because I gotta say, I am an extremely busy woman. And the final prompt was new, and oddly, when I searched through my books on the Story Graph, which is the app that I use to manage my TBR, I only had one book with the word new in the title. That surprised me. But I'm reading The How of Happiness, a new approach to getting the life you want. And the author is Sonia Lubomirski. Hope I'm saying that right. You hold in your hands a different kind of happiness book. The How of Happiness is a comprehensive guide to understanding the elements of happiness based on years of groundbreaking scientific research. It also has practical, empowering, and easy-to-follow workbook incorporating happiness strategies, exercises in new ways of thinking, and quizzes for understanding our individuality. You can't beat a book helping you live a happier life. But that's not all. I also chose 5 books from my TBR that I personally want to read next. We'll start with Conscious Luck by Gay Hendricks. Of course, we gotta read a book about being lucky during the month of March. Gay Hendricks is one of my favorite authors, and you can watch my video here where I follow the advice from old white men, and Gay Hendricks was one of them. This is one of my favorite videos, so please go check it out. It's been a little while since I've read this book, but I would love to implement some ways to be luckier in my life. How about a different kind of luck? I'll be reading Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune by Roselle Lim. This has been on my bookshelves for a while, and it's beautiful. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. This is also sticking to my challenge of reading a novel every month. At the news of her mother's death, Natalie Tan returns home. The two women hadn't spoken since Natalie left in anger 7 years ago, when her mother refused to support her chosen career as a chef. Natalie is shocked to discover the vibrant neighborhood of San Francisco's Chinatown that she remembers from her childhood is fading, with businesses failing and families moving out. She's even more surprised to learn she has inherited her grandmother's restaurant. I used to live in San Francisco, so I'm very interested to read this book. Also, keeping with my challenge to read a book on Buddhism every month, I'll be reading The Cow in the Parking Lot, A Zen Approach to Overcoming Anger by Leonard Sheff. I read this one about a decade ago, and I remember it being a very funny way to look at Buddhism and make it more approachable for the everyday person. It's super short, just 150 pages, so I'll probably be able to read this in under an hour. And then finally, my other challenge was to read a graphic novel every month. And I've got a double header by cartoonist Ali Brosh. The first one is Hyperbole and a Half, and the second one is Solutions and Other Problems. If you have existed anywhere on the internet in the past 10 years, you have definitely seen Ali's comics. I find her work both funny and heartbreaking in its vulnerability and honesty. Hyperbole and a Half has probably the most honest view of depression that I've ever seen. And as somebody who survived a suicide attempt, it was really nice for me to see Allie process her own sister's suicide in Solutions and Other Problems. So just trigger warning for those of you who might check out Allie's books. They are honest and beautiful, but also sad. That's it. Wish me luck as I tackle my TBR and the Life Editor Reading Challenge in March. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let me know if you want me to do a big recap of all of the books that I read in the first quarter. That's January, February, and March. I could share my favorites, the best action items, the things I didn't like, and more. So leave a comment and let me know, is that something you would be interested in seeing? If you want to start your own reading challenge, please click the link below and sign up for my free Editor's Toolkit. You'll get dozens of printable productivity worksheets, plus the Life Editor Reading Challenge, and video workshops, ebooks, and my favorite tools and resources. Click the link below to get it all for free. Want more? Watch this video next to see my planning pajama party and choose your next big goals.